kind of have to solve either by getting just a Lycan
5 seconds
type hero,
remaining.
find heroes, or having a lineup that is so, how to put it, that I don't want to say death ball, but that it's very grouped up to.
Well, the death ball maybe actually be the way to go. Like when you talk about Oracle pickups, normally you talk about the hero he's going the other possible hero. This could be a universe puck. Do we look at other options now for Samael?
Somehow, so you get a lot out of fall.
5
A
seconds
hero like
remaining.
Alchemist could still be an option for. It is.
There were some people actually tossing Alchemist around, wondering if he would actually appear.
But we know Samael. Yeah.
Next to Pudge in the Arcana draft for conversation talks. EI.
Something we here talked about too much is the value of null field. Generally, you focus on can he steal some cool spells? You have telekinesis, you have fate bolt to depush, but the null field can be very important. And at least this two opening from EG is like more or less only magic damage, and that is not going to change with that pick either. That was probably a Zai Conka here. Actually, this hero has some interesting counterplay potential against Bat Rider. You have the X marks the spot.
10 seconds
target
remaining.
the guy who gets lassoed and then pull him back out. So now they have both supports have counterplay
5
for
seconds
lasso.
remaining.
Also innately a nice way of catching the Bat Rider out. In both in lane and in the mid game, you can catch him with that X mark and make things happen. But still, EG no vision.
Yep.
And that is my primary concern for them right now, because now they've picked two supports.
But
it has to be a core giving vision.
It's feeling more death ball, combining Ghost Shift plus the survivability of Oracle, the teamfight control that can come from the puck. But they're still missing someone that can push the lane.
Yeah.
You got all this wonderful teamfight and survivability in the lineup, but you don't have more. You don't have that ability to actually force TNC into an engagement. And now they've got the Juggernaut. There's even more safety in lane. They've got the vision advantage, they've got the farm advantage, they've got immunity advantage. It's wonderful for them.
Lycan.
There we go.
Alright.
That's the vision hero.
There's your vision and there's your push.
Yeah. Probably going to be seeing this run by Arteezy. And this also means that TNC, picking Arteezy's hero at this point, I really like just because it conceals the puck for as long as possible. TNC aren't completely sure now what type of hero they need to ban, because this puck could be either offlane or mid. If they would have picked the mid hero for Samael, such as an Alchemist, then TNC know for sure that they can last ban a carry that they don't want to pair up with that Oracle. There's plenty of options here. The way I see it for EG is not that easy. They're going to go ahead and ban the Beastmaster, so a Vision hero being taken out here that Universe could have run would have also been very nice. They picked Lycan into Night Stalker. That's a classic counter pick in this patch where so now we pick the hero that has that empowers the entire team during the night. And it actually went through all the way to 4th pick. I don't think TNC were thinking about this hero, because a lot of other teams banning Lycan after they pick the NS.
Dire team's turn to pick.
They might have thought Veno was a bigger threat, but...
Veno would have caused a lot of problems for the Batrider.
Radiant team's turn to pick.
More than anything else. And so what is our last one? It's going to be the Faceless Void. So they go for Teamfight Lockdown. A little bit of trouble though doing damage into Chronosphere targets.
Yeah, so when you pick Void with a melee core, one of two things needs to happen. Either the Chrono needs to be placed very well, so your melee hero can hit the targets in the Chrono on the edge, or you use Chrono as a control tool, the Kara then plays around. The reason Lycan and Void actually don't have the worst synergy ever, you're thinking like, oh, I Chrono someone, but Lycan can't hit. Lycan can hit everyone else, because he can really quickly maneuver around the Chronosphere or play the numbers game, where if 2 or 3 heroes are stunned, Lycan is very powerful in fights. He wins almost every single man fight just by virtue of being ridiculously strong at that phase in the game. And he can run down the supports. So if you Chrono the cores, then Lycan will get 1 or 2 kills during that Chrono. And the rest of the lineup killing the Chrono. So there's a lot of other heroes that deal damage in Chrono. Queen of Pain last.
So she'll be heading towards the mid, and that ramps up the TNC and EG lineups. Queen of Pain, like, it gives them their burst damage, but is she really going to be able to win out against a puck? It's an old-fashioned matchup, the Queen of Pain versus a puck. It's
different now than it used to be a year or 2 ago. This lane, in my book, is quite a bit puck-favored. It used to be, like, considered one of the true 50-50s almost. But I think in this patch, the puck has maybe a 10% farm advantage in that lane if both players play. Favor them a bit as far as this draft goes, because they solved the problems that they have.
Yeah, I'm still interested to see how TNC set the pace of this game. We talked about TNC playing a fast game against EG. Their lineup will allow for that. If Queen of Pain's early rotations work out, if the Juggernaut finds himself useful with rotations, then maybe that's the real start his rotations. Where is his first impact he's looking for? Is it to go into the tier 1 tower up on the top lane? Is it meant to be to rotate to the bottom lane and try and shut down Arteezy? How does TNC keep EG on the back foot?
I think their lineup is very momentum based, so it's very fitting, right? It's I don't want to call it a hit or miss lineup, but it's one where if you don't get stuff done in the first 10 minutes, I feel like it falls flat a little bit. So they've put themselves, in that sense, a little bit on a clock to perform actions, but at the same time, their lineup is also really good at doing it. At night time, you have Night Stalker and Batrider playing together. The Rubik can rotate for ganks. You have 2 strong cores to gank for. The Batrider is a really good hero to gank for at night time. The Queen of Pain can definitely find kills with rotations. And then it just comes down to, okay, do TNC perform this early game well enough that they built the advantage they need? Talked about. I think it's fair to say EG's teamfight is just vastly superior, and their late game I also like better, just because this is not the best Juggernaut late game, I think. Doesn't fare that great against Lycan, and especially not against Void. Hard lockdown is generally a very good way to go against Jugger, which might have been why TNC.
This also feels like one of those games too when like the Juggernaut is for once alone without the Magnus buffer, without that big burst flash farm that can come from him. Like when you look at the drafting and like just the item progression for him now, do you still want to try and go for that carry Juggernaut? And what is the progression? Do you go for the farming items? Do I dare mention the Battle Fury Juggernaut and piss off everybody in the world?
I was thinking the same thing, if you should go farming oriented. But I don't think that's the way you farm with Jugger this patch. I think you go Mask of Madness, and then maybe you go into a Maelstrom. Like if you play very farm heavy, and then later on you can...
This ain't no
TNC, they're going to try and contest.
Just obviously...
While on bottom lane, they're trying to actually go onto the Faceless Void. I say try seeding. Faceless Void will die underneath the tier 1 tower, so 1-4-3-7's rotations on point. We're expecting that to come from him, but it's the fact that Tims is always there with him. The support combination of TNC rotation. You know, it actually feels very reminiscent of LGD International when 1437 used to play for them. Like that quick movement, the two of them just move together and you just find the kills. He has Zai's trapped between the tower, 1437's come in, and the Observer Ward sees all. The turret will be able to connect on 3, but Zai can't get out of here. Cuckoo, Sonic Wave commits, Samael jumps over the top. They'll have to trigger off the Shrine. Samael cannot battle against that level of regeneration. He does get the silence off, but Void is still there. Samael will get punished, trying to find the kill on the Queen of Pain. Even Raven TP'd in to help out in that